Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do different notebooks for back to school. The first thing you're going to do for the first notebook is you're going to cut out some magazine pages, and it can be any magazine pages, and you're going to need a couple notebooks. I purchased mine at Walmart and I was impressed by how cheap they were. Some of them were even 75 cents. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, you're going to cut a page from the magazine. You're just going to fold it in half. Then you're going to fold it again, half of that half. And then what you're gonna do is we're gonna cut out some triangles. So you're gonna need some scissors for that and some glue. You're gonna cut one of the square rectangles and then you're gonna cut it in half just to create like a triangle. And that's the design we're gonna be creating. Just cut out different pages from different magazines. And for this first theme, I wanted it to be black and white. That's why I cut out only black and white images. And you don't have to cut out all the images. If on the corners, if some of the images are left out, you can always cut the rest with the scissors. To finalize this notebook, make sure that you put glue on all of your images with a sponge. This is going to help the images from not peeling off later on. Just wait for it to dry a couple hours and you're ready to use that notebook. For notebook number 2, again, I wanted to do some triangles, but this time I wanted the triangles to be a lot bigger and I wanted them to be colorful. So you're going to do the same thing, cut out your triangles, glue them on, and then put glue on top. You can put like one coat of glue just to make sure that the images won't be peeling off. For this third notebook, again, this is another real easy one. You're going to get some chalkboard paint and then you're just going to paint horizontal, wait 20 minutes for that to dry, then you're going to paint vertical. You can do this 2 or 3 times. You're going to let this set for 24 hours and then you can start writing on it. I let mine set all night and then I wrote on it the next morning. It's really fun because you can do different designs, play with your friends, tic-tac-toe, and you can always erase it and create different designs, drawings. For notebook number 3, this is another very easy notebook to do. As you probably noticed, I did a haul a couple weeks ago. I went to Victoria's Secret and I purchased a lot of things. So I got this bag and I really love these bags. You can use them for gift bags. I really love them. So what I did is I cut it out and then I just glued it onto my notebook. I also glued the other side onto the back of the notebook. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Cut out, if you cut it too long, then just cut out what's left and you can squeeze the glue out, just spread it out with anything that you have. I used a permanent marker for that. For notebook number 4, you're going to use washi tape, and that's what it's called. I purchased mine at Walmart. You're going to take your notebook, real simple, get the tape, just press it onto your notebook and then cut the edges. Don't cut it too close to the notebook, that way you can put what's left, a little bit of the tape, you can put it inside the notebook. Then if you have a hole puncher, you can do some holes just where your notebook has the 3 holes. It's an optional step, you don't really have to. And then keep repeating these steps and you're going to have a beautiful notebook that looks like you designed it, or it looks like you purchased it this way. I really loved how this notebook looked. For notebook number 5, this is another one of my favorite notebooks. I really loved this one. You're going to take a white notebook, and if you can't find one, that's perfectly fine. You can always paint it with acrylic paint, or you can just put a white page and then glue it onto your notebook. I wanted to do a henna design, so I took my black permanent marker, and I wasn't sure how I was going to create this design. I just started doing some lines, some loops, some half circles, and I used 2 different coins for that. And again, this design does not have to be perfect, just have fun with it. Hey, hey. For notebook number 6, what I did is I printed some images on my computer, and I printed a mustache that we're going to be using later on. I also printed a hexagon, and you're just going to get several colorful pages. I got them at the craft store at Michael's, and then you just cut out your hexagon, and then you're going to trace it over the images here, the paper with images. What are these called? I just can't think of the name of them right now. Crafting paper, I guess. So yeah, just cut out trace the hexagons, cut them with scissors, glue them onto your notebook, and again, once you're done gluing all of the hexagon, just what you're gonna do is put some glue over it, go over it with glue and the sponge, just so the images won't peel off. What I did, I grabbed some glue on a different piece of paper and I spreaded it just because I didn't want any little bumps or any bump of glue onto my images that I was gluing. So yeah, just cut out the images that are too big and you are done with this notebook design. For notebook number 7, you're going to get some crafting paper or just colorful paper. You're going to trace your mustache, then you're going to cut it. I used different colors for these, and yeah, I just glued them all over the notebook. And again, when you're finished, you can take your sponge, put some glue on it, put the glue all over your mustache images, just so they won't peel off. For notebook number 8, you're gonna grab a white piece of paper, then you're gonna take any images. I printed some images online. I took a hole puncher to cut out holes in the images, and then I glued different images onto my notebook. This is another very simple, easy notebook to do. Just cut out images and it looks great. What I did is I put a heavy magazine on top just so the images wouldn't lift up. Then for notebook number 9, you're gonna take Sharpie. I used different colors. I also took a ruler, and this is gonna be a tribal print notebook. So just take a ruler and then you can do some lines, and inside those lines what I did is I did different images. I did little triangles, I did circles, I did lines. Just have fun with it. If you have no idea how you want your tribal print notebook to look, just look up some images online, just so that gives you some ideas on what to draw on your notebook. So that's what I did. I did some triangles, I painted them in, I did different designs here. And I really loved this notebook as well. This one was one that took a long time for me to do because it has a lot of images. I think this one was the most time consuming, but it was worth it because the results are great and I love it. For notebook number 10, you're gonna take another notebook, and like I said, these notebooks were cheap. I haven't bought notebooks in a long time, and some of them were 75 cents, 50 cents, but this one was 97 cents, which I think it's still cheap. It's very good quality for the cover. It's kind of like a plastic cover. So what I did is I took a piece of white paper, I glued it on to my notebook. Then I'm gonna be creating a tie-dye design for this notebook. So I took acrylic paint and I placed it on another piece of white paper, and then I dabbed the paint with a sponge. And it's fine if the paint mixes in with the other colors, that's fine. That's what we're looking for, just a messy tie-dye design. So then once you have pat down all of the paint onto that notebook, onto the page, what you're gonna do is you're gonna dab it, you're gonna place it on top of your notebook and then just place it on, and not all of the paint transferred through. because I didn't put enough acrylic paint the first time, so make sure you put enough acrylic paint the first time. Then just dab it with your sponge, let it dry, and you have a tie-dye notebook design. You can always finish this by putting glue with a sponge. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!